Today we have a Hulkman Alpha Pro. We are gonna take it out of the box and see what it looks like right off the bat. This thing is packaged nicely. So this is what it looks like. Really nice package. Super impressed with that. All right, so now let's open it up. This thing is packaged up so nicely, it's almost like I don't even want to open it up. I just want to keep it in the package. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got inside. This box is super nice. All I gotta do is lift that up. All right, here we are. This is the Hulkman Alpha Pro. Let's take this plastic packaging off. All right, so right off the bat, my first impression with this is it's not really heavy, but it doesn't feel like it's cheap. I mean, look at that. It feels super nice too, nice and slick. I can already tell just by holding it that this thing is not cheap. Let's go see what else is inside of this package. Take this off. So you got your cables right here, charging cable. This is a 12-volt charging port right here. And you got your bag right here that comes with it. You can easily store it in your glove box or your trunk or underneath the seat. Wow, these clamps are really strong. Like if I put my finger right here, I could probably hurt my finger pretty bad. So these jumper cables, usually they burn out. I don't think this is gonna burn out at all. Let's take this off. Feels nice and durable too. Let's see what we got inside of this. Got your stickers right here. Then you got your manual right here. Just tells you all the information that you need about this jump box. It tells you how to use it, and you got all kinds of information right here. It's 1500 amp starting power. That means it can handle smaller cars up to larger vehicles or trucks. Cars with like 8.5 liter gasoline engine or even a 6.0 diesel engine. This thing can also full self-charge in about 50 minutes. 44.4 watt high capacity, meaning enables more engine starts and longer runtime for charging devices. This thing can also power up other electronic devices such as laptop, other electronic stuff that you have laying around the house. This thing also has a larger battery capacity, mostly bigger than other jump boxes that you can buy out there that's around the same size as this. So that means you can use this longer and you can charge more devices with this. This thing also has a 3.3-inch display screen. That way you can easily tell how much power you have left in this jump box. The way to turn this on is you hold those two buttons right here. It'll give you that ready indicator. That means you are ready to jump any dead batteries. It has a reverse polarity protection. That means that if the clamps are connected incorrectly, it's not going to cause any damage. Also, I want to mention this. I've been working on cars for many years now, and I've tested out many of these portable jump box, but I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is one of the best ones. Let's turn on the flashlight, press and hold that. So it's nice and bright. I think there's different settings on this one. Press and hold it, see what it does. Oh, it goes brighter. All right. Slower one. This is a hazard light right here. So when you're stuck somewhere, your car broke down, your battery is completely dead, you can put this on the side of the road so people can see you. All right, so before we put this thing to the test, I want to see how bright those lights are. So I'm going to turn the lights off and we're going to power it up and see how bright they are. We're going to turn on the flashlight. Look at that. You can see how bright these are. We're going to press the button again. That's even brighter. Press the button again. That's the flashing light. This is the slower one. That's the hazard light. So If your car breaks down and your battery is completely dead, you can't even turn on the hazard lights in your car. You can put this on top of your car so people can see you at night. If you want better instructions on how to use this, all you gotta do is flip through the pages of this user manual and it'll tell you exactly how to use this properly. Right now it's at 81%, so I'm just letting it charge for now and then we're gonna test it out and see what this thing can do. It didn't come with a charging block. This is just the one I have laying around the house, but it is a type C charging port. And then I got it hooked up right there, so I'm just letting it charge and I'm gonna put it to the test. All right, so we're gonna jump this Mustang right here. The battery is completely dead. This thing has been sitting for about 6 months. I actually just had the key made for it. That's why it was sitting for 6 months. Let me show you how dead the battery is. Yep. All right, so this jump box has a safety feature, meaning if you put the positive battery terminal into the negative, it won't damage anything. So don't worry about that. Just go ahead and hook up the battery terminals and put this thing to the test. This battery clamps are really strong too. So once you have it hooked up, what you do is you press these two buttons together and you press and hold it. And when you see the ready indicator, the green ready, we can go ahead and crank it up. Started it up with no problems at all. Yeah, don't worry about that. The key is not completely programmed yet. That's why it cut off. But it's a good way to check it, to test it out again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect it. We're gonna turn it off. Now the battery is completely dead on this. So we're gonna try it again. Yeah, it cut off not because of the jump box, but because of the car. All right, let's try it again and see. So I did jump it twice and the battery is at 67% right now. It's not fully charged, which is probably a better way to test out and see what this thing can do. So I turned it off. That's why the car shut off. All right, so I have a few more cars that I want to test this out, and let's go ahead and do that. All right, now we have the Subaru Outback. We're gonna jump it. The battery's dead on this too. So you can see there is no power. Let's go ahead and turn it on. That's how you know the battery's dead. All right, let's go ahead and crank it up. All right, started up with no problems. So now we are at 57%. Now keep in mind, I did jump the Mustang twice and the battery was completely dead on that one. That's why we went from 81% down to 57%. So far I've used this thing 3 times, but on the Mustang, it was completely relying on this jump box for it to keep running. That's why when I turned it off, the whole car shut off. I think the alternator was dead on that Mustang. So now we're at 57%, and I think I got 2 more cars that I want to test it out, and just want to see how durable this thing is. All right, so now we have this Ford Escape with a dead battery as well. I know you guys are probably wondering why I have so many dead cars sitting around here. I sell cars, and some of these cars are what's that? Anyway, I sell cars, and some of these cars, they need a lot of work. I don't really have time to work on them, so the battery just sits and they just, you know, they're dead. So you can see this one is super dead. Let's go ahead and hook up the Hulkman. %57. So now it's at 54%. So that's what, 3 bars so far. And I think I have one more car that we can test this out. All right, I got this Ford Explorer. The battery is pretty corroded, you can see. So I don't have the Hulkman hooked up yet. Just wanted to show you guys how dead the battery is on this. Yep, the battery is pretty dead. Let's go ahead and hook this up. Let's see, we are at 54% still. Press and hold that button. All right, you see the ready indicator. Let's go ahead and crank it up. Starts right up with no problems. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this thing packs a good punch. Right now we are at 50%. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that. Turn this off. There is one more test that I want to do before I end this video. I want to see if the tire inflator that I have will power it up using just this. All right, so for this final test, I want to see if this Hulkman is enough to power up this tire inflator. So you can see the tire is a little bit flat. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. I have the 12-volt socket right here hooked up. Now it's at 50%. Go ahead and turn this on. Alright, seems like it's powering it up with no problem. Alright, it's working. It's at 50%. And we're gonna see how much power it uses to inflate this tire right here. So I can definitely say that this thing is pretty awesome. I mean, it's enough power to inflate this tire right here. So it used about 1% power. So you can see, just wanted to take this off so you guys can get a better look at it. But yeah, this thing is officially awesome. All right, now that you guys saw what this thing can do, I think it's safe to say that this is one of the best jump box out there. And I'm not just saying that. And I've owned plenty of these portable jump box, but nothing compares to this one for sure. This one is just built well, and I can tell this is gonna last for many more years. So if you guys want the same jump box that I'm using here, I'll have the link down in the description for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, guys. Also click on the subscribe button. And again, thank you guys for watching.